Hello YouTube, I'm back with another Remember When. Looking through all my old comic books got me really nostalgic for when I was 14 years old, and I found this movie in my stack of DVDs. This was my favorite movie back then. Favorite. This movie. I had the comic book, the Japanese comic book. That was like 2 Japanese comic books in one, so it was like really big. It was like 15 bucks. The only reason I had it was because I was with the I was at a comic book store and they didn't have it on the shelf, so we had to dig it out of the back, and I guess my brother-in-law felt sorry for the guy and he paid for it. But I got it and it was awesome, and I wish I still had it because I loved reading it. And I had the Dreamcast game too, which sucked. The Dreamcast game was horrible. The horrible game. That music still haunts me to this day. I can't get it out of my head. That's why I have this. Turtle power. But this is a really good movie. The acting was good and everything. This isn't a review, this is more of a recollection, but it's still a good movie. This is probably the best adaptation of a Japanese horror movie. Then came the sequel. The sequel sucked. And you should probably know why. I should probably tell you why. It sucked. It was a shitty story. They couldn't even get the actress who played Samara back. There she is. She's scary. I'll show you the DVD. Ah, there it is. There they all are. It's the same pictures that are in the back, inside. It's kind of stupid, actually. This is a good movie. I actually liked how they had the as a hidden special feature, they had the Ring videotape in there. That was a nice feature. It's creepy, because once the little scene ends, you hear a phone ringing. Ugh. This movie probably wouldn't work today. I think they made a new one. It was like Sadako 3D or something, but... Then they had the sequel. The sequel came with another movie. It was called Rings, and it was like kind of set them both. It was like to link this movie with this movie, which is like taking like a nice s'mores, delicious marshmallow chocolate, and lumping it in with like a diseased rat covered in dog shit. This is a good one. Then I have the Japanese movies. Japanese movies, I only really watched 2 of these. Sadako. I only watched Ringu and Rasen. I haven't watched the prequel yet, or Ringu 2. I don't know why they call it that, kind of like, it's Ring, but it's Ringu because it's Japanese pronunciation. Technically, if it was real Japanese pronunciation, it would be Lingu. But, whatever. These are, look, I've only seen these 2. I've yet to see these. I'll probably watch them tonight. But, The Ring's probably one of the few movies I'll actually say is better than its Japanese source material. If the DVD won't get into the case. I think the acting was better in The Ring rather than Ringu or Lingu. Circle. It's actually embossed. The only thing I didn't really like about this movie was the young boy, the son of the main girl that's screaming. I didn't like the fact that he tried too hard to be creepy, and there's like bug eyes, and he's always looking tired, but whatever. I'm pretty sure he's like looking. This movie was made 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure it's a lot different now. But this is a good movie. I really liked the Samara character. She was a tragic villain. You honestly felt sorry for her. I really liked the manga that the Japanese movie was based off. It was like 2 mangas, so it was like this. I didn't like the Dreamcast game, and if it didn't have The Ring in it, I probably would have never gotten it. I was a huge fan of these movies, and I got it, and it was shit. It was probably the worst game for the Dreamcast I've ever played. It was terrible. Like the sound effect and the bad voice acting. You okay, lady? Ugh. But this is a good movie. If you see this movie, you should get it. It's really good, and it's really cheap. Probably like $5 now. Probably on Blu-ray, I don't know. This is a good movie. If you look closely, you can see Samara's face in the background. She's always watching you. This movie sucks. You should probably throw it in a fire when you see it. I don't know about the last 2 movies, but the first 2 movies are pretty enjoyable, so you should get this. This is not as good as this, but these 2 are way better than this. And I just wanted to tell you about why, like, I was obsessed with this movie in particular, when I was 14 years old. This, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mega Man Battle Network, Yu-Gi-Oh! That was my life when I was 14.